Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Aamsuntitledpodcast. I'm Am. Hi, if you've never met me before, it's really nice to meet you. Thank you for clicking on this podcast. Um, this is an entirely Percy Jackson dedicated podcast, and I've started a new series on it, which is the best of Percabeth. So, in this series, we're talking about the best of Percabeth, not only in the TV show, in the books, that sort of thing. It's basically where I just tell you what my favorite Percabeth moments are, or like important Percabeth moments that happen that are either the same as the book or these awesome new scenes that have been created by Rick. So, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the best Percabeth moments in episode 8, so the final episode. Now, this episode had so many good Percabeth moments in it, and I was really excited when I watched it. I'm not gonna lie, my Percabeth heart was thumping away, guys. It was great. I loved it. So the first scene we're going to be talking about is where Annabeth tries to stop Percy from going to Olympus. So, she knows that if he goes to Olympus, he's going to die. And what I think bothers her the most is the fact that she knows he's doing it to save everybody else. Again, it's that loyalty thing coming through, that fatal flaw. And, he tells her, he just looks in her eyes and says, I have to try. And it's just, oh my God, they're just, oh, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like I can see like she's scared for him. Like she's scared to lose him. Because of course everybody who's been in her life so far, like her dad, Luke, Thalia, everybody's gone at this point. Well, not in the TV show, but I mean just meaning like in the books. And Percy's the only person that's kind of like stuck around, I guess, for her. And I think the fact that she could potentially lose him means more to her than she would like to admit. Like they said, like it's revealed in the books that she's had feelings for them since he was 12. They were 12. And I think you can see that because it's gone from them having this backwards and forwards argument, rival sort of thing, to her just completely just being like, oh my God, like, I don't want to lose you. Even though she doesn't say it, like, you just see it. And it's like, wow, they've done a lot of evolving this season. And I love that. I'm glad that they've shown how this chemistry is going to build over time. We are experiencing the greatest slow burn of all times, guys. And I am living for it. Like, it genuinely makes me so happy. Um, so the next scene we're going to talk about is a scene from the book, which is when Annabeth gives her necklace to Percy for luck, and Percy's just staring at her, and he doesn't blink. Like he's just like staring into her soul, and I don't know how they do it because they're so young. Like how can you 12 and 13-year-olds portray that kind of emotion? I don't know. Like, I don't see that kind of yearning and longing from people who are like adults in the industry. So it was just weird to see that. Well, it wasn't weird. It was really cool. Like, it very much fits the Percabeth dynamic. But I just didn't expect it from them, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. It just, yeah. They're just great. And, I think this is the moment that's so significant to him because he realizes that she does genuinely trust him and she does believe in him. And, like she's giving the only piece of her dad that she has to him. And like he touches the ring on the necklace and he knows how special it is to her. And it was such a wholesome moment. Like, oh my gosh, it was so cute. And, it, sh she's like basically telling him that he's earned her trust. Like, I don't know if you remember in episode 3, I think it's episode 3, where like they're discussing. No, it's not episode 3. It's episode 4, and they're on the train, and Annabeth's talking about her past, and he just says, "So is that why you give me a hard time? Like I have to earn it with you too." And I think this is the moment where he's earned it, and he knows that. And oh my God, Walker's eye acting, guys, the way he looks at her, I don't see that kind of thing very often, and it's really special. Like they have a really unique spark, and I love that. I think their chemistry is just perfection. Like I love it. It's not too much, and it's not too little. Like it is just the right amount to keep people happy and invested in the story, and I love that. The next moment we're going to talk about is when Percy returns safely from Olympus, and all Annabeth does is throw her arms around him and hug him like her life depends on it. And I think she's so relieved because she genuinely thought that he wouldn't come back. And they're just so wholesome. Like they don't need to show like physical intimacy. Like even though a hug is technically a form of physical intimacy, it's just like she just I don't know. It feels like he just is her safe place, and they're just so wholesome. And then he realizes, of course, that she only hugged him so that he wouldn't do something stupid to Clarice, because they think that she's the one who stole the lightning bolt. So Annabeth kind of does it to control him in a sense, but I think she just genuinely does it because she wanted to, um, not because of anything else. And it was nice because you don't really see that vulnerability in Annabeth, but it was nice that we get to see more of it in the show. And as coming seasons, that doesn't make any sense. As the seasons progress, I can't wait to see more of them, basically. Um, and another scene that made me laugh, like this isn't a cute Percabeth moment, it just genuinely made me laugh, is the scene where Luke and Annabeth and Percy are talking about Clarice being the lightning thief. And Luke says like, "Oh, we have to tell Chiron, blah blah blah, in a safe environment, basically." And obviously, Annabeth says, "I'll keep an eye on Clarice, so you guys can do that." And literally, all Luke does is touch her shoulder, and he looks so jealous. Like he's like literally burning holes into him, and I'm just like, I think it's because he's jealous of their relationship. Like he knows that they're really close. Now I don't know if the show is playing like the whole thing that was in the books where she had a crush on him. I don't think it is in the show. I think they've taken it out, although I'm not sure. There's no like confirmation. I'd have to speak to somebody who works on the show to know whether that's actually in there. I'd love to ask Rick like one day, um, in the future at some point if I ever get to meet him and just be like, I just ask him why he put that in there. And you know, think Percy's just like, whoa, like this entire time she spent with me, like we've done everything for each other. Now she's hugging someone else. I think he's a little bit possessive, and I think that it's quite cute. Like normally, I think possessiveness is such a toxic quality, but I think it's very like genuine when it comes to her. Like he's not doing it because he doesn't want any other man to look at her. I think he feels that way because he wants what Luke and Annabeth have. I think that's what it is. Like he doesn't realize how special her relationship with him is, like as in the Percabeth dynamic. But yeah, don't worry, Percy. She's all yours. Don't worry. And we'll get to see more of them in the seasons. I'm interested to see like with everything being changed, like in relationships and things. I'm interested to see where the show takes it. But yeah, that moment it made me laugh. Like it wasn't a cute Percabeth moment; it just made me laugh. And I think they both feel that jealousy to some extent. Obviously, Annabeth's jealousy comes a lot later on when, of course, Rachel is introduced. But I think for Percy, he's always been jealous of Luke because he knows Annabeth has feelings for him. And I don't know if they put that in the show, but I'd like to see that in the show because I think it's quite an interesting thing for them to put in. Although I don't know, a lot of people were against it because of the age gap thing, which I understand as well. But then for the story, it makes sense. So I don't know. We'll see what Disney does with it. Maybe in season 2 they'll be able to clear this little situation up because I'm not 100% sure actually. The next scene is so important and it's one of the last scenes I want to talk about. It's the scene where, of course, it is revealed that Luke is the lightning thief, and Annabeth manages to save Percy from him just in time. And I think it's such a big moment in the Percabeth dynamic because Luke realizes that not only has he just lost his little sister, but that she's chosen Percy over him. Like that is a big thing because Luke Thalia, of course, is not in the equation at the moment, but because Luke and Annabeth have been together for the longest time, like it's almost like to him, it's like, oh my god, she's betrayed me. Like she's picked somebody else over me, and the fact that she was willing to kill Luke to save Percy just says so much about their relationship. Like it she's only known Percy for what, a couple of weeks maybe, and it was just nice that their relationship has just evolved so much in that time, and it really shows how special their relationship really is. Like even if Annabeth did have feelings for Luke, I'm not sure if this is in the show, but she never acted on it. I guess she never had the guts to tell him. But I think when it comes to Percy, she's a little bit more like, well, she sometimes flirts with him and he doesn't realize. But I think it's really cute and I can't wait to see more of them. Like I just need season 2 to come out. Like it kills me that I have to wait till 2025 for season 2. Like why? I just want them to have a series every year. I think that would make me really happy. But yeah, I don't know. I get that it takes time to make a good show. And I mean, it was so worth the wait for the first season. I mean, I should be more patient, I guess. So the last tree, fucking hell. What is wrong today? You know what, guys? I'm having one of these days where the wrong words are coming out. So I'm so sorry about that. I'm going to be talking about Thalia's tree. That's why tree comment came out. Whatever. Anyway, so the last scene that we're going to be talking about in this is, you know, the scene where Percy sees Annabeth like standing by Thalia's tree, and you know, I think that's the only time like she like it's almost like that's her way of dealing with Thalia being gone, I guess. And you know, he asks her like, "How do you feel about going to see your dad?" Like he's asking her, like he cares about what she thinks. And you know, she says that, you know, oh, uh, I can't remember exactly what she says, but then she mentions that her dad is going to take her to Disney World. And you know, Percy just he just smiles at her. And I think it's because he knows that she's never had a normal childhood. Like she's never had the chance to be a kid and enjoy herself and just be normal, I guess, like everybody else, like be carefree, basically. And, you know, he wants her to give herself that chance to be free and to live the way that she wants. And, you know, it's just, they're just so, I don't know what to do. Like, they're just, I don't think cute even covers it anymore. I think they're just so special and real and grounded, and I think that's why so many people love them. And yeah, the way he smiles at her, oh my gosh, so cute, so cute. And I just want to quickly say one thing now that we've finished talking about that scene is I want to do a big thank you to Rick for creating a guy like Percy, because now my standards are like through the roof because I want a Percy and I won't accept anything less than that. But yeah, he's just so good. Like for a fictional, he's the first fictional man character that I genuinely think is such a green flag and is just like so, I don't even know what the word is. Um just so perfect in his own way, I think. That's what I mean. Just oh, chef's kiss perfection. And obviously Walker couldn't have done a better job. I think he did amazing this season. So let's just talk about kind of like my final thoughts. So, of course, Percabeth is even better than anything I could have imagined or I dreamed of. I know I was a little hesitant when I found out they were doing the show, but I'm so happy they found Walker and Leah because they fit so well together. And, you know, a big thank you to Walker and Leah as well, just for being such a biblically accurate rendition of Percabeth and just having the what is it like the perfect amount of chemistry. Like it's never too much and it's never too little. Every scene is just perfection and I love that. And a huge thank you to Rick again for giving us some new iconic Percabeth moments and for bringing some really special moments from the book to the screen. I think they're just, yeah, I couldn't be happier. As a Percabeth shipper, I genuinely couldn't be happier with what I've seen. And yeah, I'm so happy. And I can't wait to see Siren Bay in season 2. Like, that is the scene I am waiting for. And I'm just like, because Siren Bay is one of my favorite Percabeth scenes from the books. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. And yeah, and because Rick is a writer on the show, I just know that it's going to be brilliant. And yeah, I'm so excited. So yeah, so those were I finished this the first part of my series, which is the best of Percabeth and the TV show, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. I loved going back and just picking out my favorite moments and just getting to talk about them because I've loved them for so many years, and it's so nice that I finally get to share that love with other people who love them as much as I do. Um, of course, now that means that I'll be moving on to the books. So the next episode will be the best of Percabeth in the Lightning Thief book. And it got really difficult for me to narrow the moments down, but I'm really happy with the selection that I've made. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what your favourite Percabeth moment is from the TV show. Um, don't forget my episodes are available to stream on Spotify and on my YouTube channel. I'm on Threads, I'm on Instagram. Feel free to follow me on there at Aamsuntitledpodcast. Anything else that I'm forgetting? Not that I can remember off the top of my head. I think that's everything from me today. So thank you guys so much for listening in. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Mwah! Bye!